Hey everybody, Tommy C here, Shot from the Point News. Look, we're not trying to do election coverage or anything like that, or turn the channel too political. You guys know my political views if you watch my podcast. I'm not trying to tell you who to vote for, but this particular issue has to do with internet censorship, something we do cover. This has to do with Twitter. That's something we also would cover, and it's of course dramatic. The only difference is it leads directly into the election. And I received a link from an ex-News Team member saying there is a video of Hunter Biden. It appears to be smoking crack. I'm here with Dr. Zhivago. What was it like a glass cigarette or I would even a glass pipe? What did you see there?
It looked like a glass tube, almost like, I don't know. They have these things that, I mean, I don't want to say meth pipe, but they call them incense burners, and you put the essential oils in it and all that. And it looked like something like that. It didn't necessarily look like one of those tube pipes, but there was like, it looked like a bulb at the end.
Yeah, it did look
and
very
he was
similar.
Obviously smoking something.
It looked very similar to the
one was
crack
that was
pipe
in his mouth
picture we saw leak, the one that Rudy Giuliani leaked a week ago. That looked very similar to that. Now, Hunter Biden does appear to be in the video. The video is pretty clear. Look, we can't say 100% it's him, but for me personally, I'm 99.9% sure that this is Hunter Biden. He's also engaged.
And I'll back you on that.
Yeah. And he's also engaged in a sex act. I'll just tell you, he's being masturbated with some woman's foot while he films himself eventually ejaculating. I mean, it was, yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you film that?
Yeah, why would you? It's just kind of weird. Kind of weird.
Joe
Actually,
Biden's son.
at one point in the video, he talks about 10 cents per view, and that's $100,000 if it gets 1 million views. We don't know what he's referring to. The conversation is very light, if at all, and he does seem somewhat inebriated. Now, what else is in the video? Well, what I actually, before I even get more into the other contents of the video, which is not pornographic, I tried to send this information to Tim Pool, and I tried to send him a link, and I couldn't send it to him via DM. It was blocked, so to speak. Every time I sent it to him, it wouldn't send, and then I actually wrote the word test, and that sent just fine to Tim, but not this particular link right here. So I mean, I think that covers internet censorship, and yeah,
another case of suppression.
Yeah,
maybe.
another case of suppression. Now, what the other contents in this video are, you see this Chinese man right here. It says National Press Club, press.org. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is staged. I don't know if this is Chinese propaganda. I don't know if it's anti-communist Chinese I don't know what it is. But this particular man says that there is a program afoot that the Chinese government are implementing, trying to take advantage of our, what he referred to as kleptocrats. I imagine he's referring to bureaucrats, American bureaucrats and politicians, and that they will use this program to infiltrate the United States. After the pornographic part of the video, we see this. We'll go over this together because this shouldn't be much of a problem.
And right there, they say photo, but it's a video.
Yeah, well, there could be translation. It could be anything. I'll read it as
made
follows.
Me think of the other
We
photos.
apologize if the video has caused you any serious discomfort, but it is for the sake of justice that we, the new federal state of China, no idea what that is. I imagine it's an anti-communist group. We have made this picture public because the friends of the communists are our enemies. We will not allow anyone to steal from the Chinese people. We will not allow anyone to enslave the Chinese people. We will not allow anyone to abuse our children. All right, this is a mention of the program. This picture shows only the tip of the iceberg of what is important in the Chinese government's party's blue, gold, yellow program. And the speaker in the beginning of the video mentioned this blue, gold, yellow program as well. They take advantage of all those Western politicians, celebrities, and their families who are greedy for Chinese wealth and threaten them by getting a hold of and recording their sex and drug videos, forcing them to sell out their countries and people and even their own national security in order to cooperate with the Chinese Communist Party world domination. Presidential candidate Joe Biden is 100% controlled by the Chinese Communist Party, and as one of its most successful political instance of the BGY program. He's also the target of the CCCP's 3F plan, which aims to fall, fail, and fell to weaken, destroy, and kill America. I have no idea what that means. Clearly, this is anti-communist propaganda. And when I say propaganda, I don't mean it necessarily in a negative sense. I mean as in more the passing of information from a partisan source. The Chinese government party use of this tactic to threaten Biden and his sons and to bribe them with large amounts of wealth is one of the major causes of the disputes over the South China Sea, U.S. China trade, intellectual property rights, and energy prices, etc., as well as Biden's provision of large number of CIA intelligence agents in China to Chinese Communist Party. In other words, they're saying that Biden would give up or has given up, suggesting it, that I guess embedded CIA members inside China. So, I mean, this is it's right out of Jason Bourne, novel. The Chinese Communist Party has such a BGY program in the United States and in several Western countries in Europe. We will have millions of videos and photos of government officials, corrupt people, traitors, and criminals colluding with the Communist parties to dominate the world. This is where it gets a little weird and sort of vague. It doesn't matter what country you come from, what ethnicity or color you are, or what party you belong to. The next person to be abused may be your daughter, your wife, your sister. So there are no party or ethnic borders when it comes to eliminating the Chinese Communist Party. So, I guess that's a little weird. There's no other reference to like women being attacked in any other part of the video. Our next picture will be released in an hour. Please stay tuned. This is about an hour and a half ago at the time of this recording. So, yeah, it's pretty wild. Look, the only thing we don't know anything about the source. We don't know anything. But I'm very comfortable saying that I saw Hunter Biden involved in the sex act with some kind of drug paraphernalia. Doc can say the same thing. I suppose.
I saw it.
And this is obviously somebody who does not have the Chinese Communist Party's best interest. But I was in the military myself. I had a clearance. Sometimes you disseminate information and you pretend to be your enemy disseminating it. So this could be the Communist Party actually, leaking this kind of stuff. Who would know? I would say most of the comments that have been translated to English seem to be Chinese anti-communist. It's very disturbing that I can't send this to a journalist via Twitter. I find that the most repulsive thing, that I can't contact a journalist that I have access to and let him take a look at this video, or at least because he could get this and have this verified or not verified, and we could find out if this is not Hunter Biden. The odds of being that I will admit are very slim.
Well, what I'm looking at right now on Twitter, it seems like it's starting to make its way about Twitter blocking the link to it and people confirming that it is him. Okay,
so there you go. I can personally confirm it. I can't send it to the DMs. I don't suggest you guys try to post on your accounts if you want to keep them. These are all American companies: Facebook, Google, YouTube, being a part of Google, Twitter. Yeah. And even if 10% of this is true, and one part I do know, they are suppressing stories. These people are traitors. And I really hope that after the election that these companies get reined in. It's almost like a RoboCop movie in the mid-'80s where OCP, the evil corporation, has more power than local government. And we're seeing that right now, but almost on a worldwide scale. And the people that ran these companies and got these companies successful are all Americans. And
I'm getting more information. I mean, I don't know if you want me to go forward with it, or should we wait?
Interrupt. I can't. I don't know. How do I cut that?
Well, no, those pictures came out.
What pictures? What do you mean?
The ones they said they were going to release.
What are they?
It's him with girls with their pussy out and crack on a scale, and him in every single picture. It's all from his laptop, and that's where that video came from.
Yeah, so
Was his laptop.
if it came from the laptop, how did the? It's not like they're trying to suggest they infiltrated the communist government to get this to prove the BYG program. You know, or is this just a leak from the? Who knows? This could be, you know, look, they have
This
something.
is all coming out about 30
This could be
minutes
right wing
ago,
propaganda too. This could be right wing propaganda, try to scare you into voting for
Trump.
For Trump. It
Yeah.
could be that too. So yeah, I guess this is getting out, and then we're gonna get this video out. Thanks so much. Take care.